It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Welcome to Game 1 of the NBA season, along with Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith.
Man, it's been a long summer.
I'm your host, Ernie Johnson. We have been waiting for this day for a long time. And it is Clipper basketball tonight as the Los Angeles Clippers go up against the Los Angeles Lakers. Looking at the Lakers, they struggled in this matchup last season. Only one win for them through 4 games. They'd like to make a statement tonight. And fellas, a new season about to begin. Clean slate. Plenty of hopes and dreams out there. Kenny, how do you spot a new legitimate contender?
I usually look for the team with good balance, where one guy isn't doing everything. One guy can facilitate everything, but he can't do everything. So offense, defense, balance, and they gotta have a big shot maker.
You know, I look for unselfishness, guys playing with each other, mental toughness. No weak-minded team has ever won a championship, Ernie.
How about continuity, too? How about very little changeover from a team that was really good the previous year, may not have gone as far as they wanted, but returning the same bunch?
That helps.
Yeah.
Well said.
Yeah.
No need to add anything to that.
Continuity. Yeah. Kevin Harlan knows all about that.
Tell him sit down. Be humble. Sit down.
Well, we can finally say it. The NBA regular season is about to get underway. And here at 2K Sports, we couldn't be happier. Hi, this is Kevin Harlan alongside Clark Kellogg, Greg Anthony, our Hall of Fame sideline reporter David Aldridge. And a special treat here tonight. Joining us courtside is 5-time NBA champion Kobe Bryant. Kobe, great to see you. Thanks for joining us.
I appreciate it, man. It's always a pleasure to stop by and help out.
We're going to have a lot of fun tonight.
I'm sure.
Western Conference battles always fun. This time it's the Los Angeles Lakers intent on protecting home court. And we've got time for a quick pregame report. With that being said, let's head to the sideline and our Hall of Famer David Aldridge. DA?
Well, guys, Luke Walton played 10 seasons in the NBA, but it wasn't until near the end in 2011 that he started to consider coaching. Walton says, "I never thought about it until I hurt my back." Now, while he was out of action, Phil Jackson invited him to sit in on the coaches' meetings. Walton said, "I realized that I liked that side of the game." And Kevin, he succeeded Phil Jackson as head coach of the Lakers. Back to you.
It definitely did, David. He won titles when he played for the Lakers. Now he'll try to bring that winning mindset back to L.A. And in the history of the NBA, only a handful of players have lasted 20 seasons. Kobe, you played all 20 with the Los Angeles Lakers, an NBA record for seasons with one team. What does it mean to just having worn that Laker jersey your entire career?
Well, I mean, it's a huge honor. I've always been a massive Laker fan, even when I was a kid. And so I never dreamed that I'd actually be wearing the golden armor for my NBA career. So to be sitting here right now, having played 20 years, is literally the coolest dream that could have ever happened to any kid. Happened to me.
And I don't know that it'll happen again. The way the league is structured now, the money, the free agency, even though you had a chance to leave a couple times, you always chose to stay.
Well, yeah, I mean, it's loyalty is a word that you hear thrown around often. But in this day and age, it's very tough to see in sports because of the cap, because of the free agency market and so forth and so on. So I've been very, very fortunate to have a great organization and to be able to have played 20 years of my career here.
And the Clippers starting 5. Gallinari, the 3 with Griffin at the 4. Rivers out there with Patrick Beverley. And it's Jordan in at the 5 spot. He launched that one from way outside. Caldwell Pope's got himself on the board with 3 there. And the replay brought to you by Under Armour, the Unleash Chaos moment, giving us a better perspective on just how far behind the line he was on that 3 ball. Beverley dishes to Jordan. Kicks it to Griffin. And Griffin slams it in.
Yes, he does, Kevin. Love seeing Griffin finish with power at the rim. Awesome at throwing it down when he's in this deep.
Ball kicks to Ingram. He dishes it to Ball. And he banks in the layup. And Kobe, you look around the league and you see a lot of former players as head coaches, guys that you actually played against. Have you ever thought about coaching down the line?
Nope. No, I have not. Not for me. You know, it's for them, though, but it's not for me.
I would think that it would be tough to try to get the same result out of players you coach and not comparing it to the way you play, the way you prepare, the way you were coached.
That's what I hear. I just don't have the desire to even think about it that far. I mean, it's not something that I'm into. But that's the challenges I hear. You know, when Bird was coaching, when Magic was coaching, I always hear that as being the challenge. But ultimately, you know, you have to find different ways to motivate players. And, you know, nobody's the same, right? So you just have to figure out how to get them to their highest level. But still in all, coaching is just not for me.
And Kobe, your spectacular high school career at Lower Merion High School in Philadelphia, and that Philadelphia area paved the way for your NBA career. Talk about some of the highlights of your days in high school.
Well, my days in high school were fun. I mean, I played in a small high school called Lower Merion High School, so not too many people heard of it. You know, when you come to Philadelphia, the schools that you hear of are Overbrook, where Wilt Chamberlain went to school, Bartram, right, where Earl the Pearl Monroe went to school, right? But you never heard of little old Lower Merion High School, right? So it was a huge honor to be able to bring a state championship to Lower Merion and kind of put Lower Merion on the map, and that's the most exciting part about it.
Oh, a terrific story indeed. A huge honor, I'm sure. And Kobe, you've had so many fans from high school that carried over to your NBA days. In the stands now, in fact, you'll see fans with Lower Merion High School jerseys on.
How cool is that?
That's amazing.
How cool is that? You know, to actually be able to see a bunch of Aces jerseys in the crowd when literally nobody knew where Lower Merion was. There's actually a school called Upper Merion. So everybody used to confuse the two. Just say, hey, yeah, I saw you when you played at Upper Merion. Say, hold on, dude. No, Lower Merion, man, get it right. Don't forget it, Lower Merion.
And Beverly kicks to Griffin. And first quarter, we're about 3.5 minutes in. And it's in there.
Jordan very efficient in the paint because of his length. Close to the bucket, he's hard to deal with.
Well, you got to play against some great defenders in the NBA, like Draymond Green of Golden State and others. What are some of the things that, I mentioned Draymond Green, that he does as a player that you think separates him from the rest of the defensive guys in the league?
He does his research. He does his homework.
You can tell.
Oh, yeah. I mean, you can tell. When you watch him play, he puts himself in position before the offensive player even attacks. And how does he know that? Because he's watching film. He studies. He knows the player's tendencies. And so when you mix in the research to go along with his frame and the quick hands and the foot speed, then you have a defensive player that's a force.
So timeout called here, the first for Los Angeles. Some say, Kobe, that the shooting guard crop in the NBA right now, a little light in terms of depth, not quite as many top two guards as we used to see play the game. Who do you like among some of the two guards you see now in the NBA?
Well, it depends who we're considering the two guard.
Right, because they just blend,
twos,
don't they?
The threes, they all just blend.
Combo guards, you're playing some forward position. It's tough, isn't it?
Yeah. So, shooting guards to me are guards that have to do everything. You have to be able to play the post. You have to be able to play the perimeter. You have to be able to play the point. You have to do everything. So I'll put Russell Westbrook in that category. I'll put James Harden in that category. I'll put Kawhi Leonard in that category. There's a lot of players I'm forgetting. Even Giannis, I would say, is a two guard because of what he does.
Yes.
So there's a lot of talented guards out there.
Did you like the ball in your hand, bringing it up, or would you have rather someone else bring it up, then get it to you in the half court, and then do what you did?
Yeah, that's the one thing I'm jealous about Michael. Because Michael didn't have to do that. He had Pippen.
Yes, right. Who always brought it up.
Yeah,
yes,
so he could focus on coming off the screens and catching and shooting. He didn't have to think about facilitating first. He could think about scoring and then passing out of double teams.
Now, here is going on.
Yeah, the defender all over.
Greg, he got him good there. I mean, that's why the shot was so far off.
The Clippers shooting their first free throws. First trip to the line in this one. Harrell, he's checked in for Jordan. And that's good as he hits both of his shots.
Just solid. Really one of the very best there is at the free throw line.
To the paint. Here's Zubac. drops it in from 11 feet.
And Kobe, you talked about coming off screen. Some guys come off a screen and kind of just lollygate. You came off and you pass the ball and then get back at it again. Yeah.
Efficient.
Explode off those screens.
Angles, right?
Yes.
You got to be able to read those things, and when you're catching, you're in attack mode all the time. But then it's demoralizing to the defense.
I'm sure it is.
You're always on.
Yeah.
You're always looking. You're always checking. You're always in fear that he's going to attack. So we always try to keep our foot in the gas.
Always.
Or foot in the throat.
Yeah.
And a lot of scoring here early on. This is the type of game the fans love to see.
Tell you what, Greg, it's getting to the point where you assume every shot is going to go down. I mean, nobody's missing out there.
Now here's Nance. He's been patient so far. Nothing yet on the scoreboard. Shot clock at 5. Dang gets a wide open look. Gets the three-pointer to fall.
Yeah, you got to run Dang off that three-point line. He's superb at knocking down the triple thanks to that fast release.
Williams for 3. No good on the buzzer beater. The scoring fast and furious as we end the first quarter. Lakers lead by 4. And we'll get the second quarter underway on the other side of this break. And Austin Rivers, Father Doc, is the head coach, of course, of the Clippers.
And I think it's because we've always had that type of relationship where he's always kind of just been a father/coach. So now he's a coach at work and off the floor, he's a father.
Always an entertaining dynamic when you have a father coaching a son. We've seen it in college basketball a few times in the past, most recently at UCLA. But this is a first in the NBA.
It looks like it doesn't make any difference in the case of Doc and Austin Rivers. He's just one of the Clippers, and Doc doesn't treat him any differently.
Now the second quarter getting ready to start up. And what stands out to you from the Lakers in this one?
I mean, what's interesting for me, first quarter, they're already getting points from their reserves.
Yeah, and that bench, boy, has been really good. Provided a nice spark so far.
Here are the 5 the Clippers have to start the second. Williams and Gallinari at the 2 and the 3. Montrezl Harrell is out there with Reed. And it's Teodosic in at the 1 spot.
Nice strong move there by Clarkson. He'll get free throws.
And a look at how the hustle game has been going for the Lakers.
Well, I think the defensive aggressiveness on display here has caught them off guard. Playing airtight defense and coming up with the steals.
Yeah, and one thing, Clark, I've noticed is how quick their hands have been tonight. Thanks to that, they've gotten a lot of points off of turnover.
And you look at the NBA today and the social media, Kobe, a lot easier for NBA players to connect with fans over that social media platform. However, it's also easier to get people in trouble. Players have got to keep that periscope up, so to say. How hard do you think that is to manage?
Well, I think now in this particular generation, the sensitivity towards things you may hear or see on social media is much different than it would have been years ago. In other words, nowadays for athletes to be on social media, it's more easily tolerable for them to say something, right?
I love that, yes indeedy. Riding it up and in off the drive. Clarkson athletic enough to create his own offense.
Clippers trail by 8. Feeds it to Reed. From deep, Williams connects from three-point range. Williams has got his second basket of the night. Kobe, there are a lot of great guards and wings in the league right now. When you look around, are there any that remind you of the way you played, or maybe are approaching, going down that road and say, I want to be like Kobe Bryant? I watch a lot of his tapes, much like you did when you were growing up.
Yeah, well, Isaiah has a hunger and a thirst for the game, and he's not going to stop. He's constantly curious. He's constantly
His
working.
size makes him a different kind of guy, though.
Isn't that unbelievable?
It is shocking.
That's unbelievable. But he can finish at the rim. He can shoot the long ball. He can pull up left and right. He has great physicality and a great body about him where he can punish bigs at the rim. And the other is Kawhi. I mean, when I watch Kawhi play, I'm just looking in the mirror. The moves, the positions on the floor.
I'm so glad you said that. I feel the same way.
Yeah, it's unbelievable, and it's a great, great feeling because, I'm sure Michael felt the same way. Right, when he retired and you watch me play, you're seeing the same spots. You're seeing a person who studied the person that came before, and there's no need to reinvent the wheel when the wheel's already been created. You just put it on a different car.
Well, he has been guided by his coaching staff to watch you
and Michael Jordan tape. And I think that's kind of what he's done.
Yeah, well, we've connected. We've talked about this stuff before in the past. And, again, he's a curious kid.
And all business.
Yeah, curious. He steps out on the floor, he's all business. There's nothing funny. There's nothing silly going on. He's here to do his job. He's here to help San Antonio win games.
And let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, we know the Clippers are one of the best teams in the league, but are they good enough to win it all? Coach Doc Rivers talked about overcoming the super teams they face. He said the big three in Boston, put them together, bam, we won. He had Miami, Golden State, but there are teams that still poke through. Dallas did it, and that's what we're trying to do. Kevin?
And with Doc in control, the Clippers DA, they'll always be in contention for a title. Thanks so much for that terrific report. Rivers passes to Griffin. Over Randall. Kobe LeBron said he learned so much about how to approach the game when you shared the floor on Team USA. What was it like playing with a guy like him, as you also played with Jordan, and then going up against him all those years?
Well, I think it was a shocking experience for them because I don't think they realized how much I talk trash. What? I don't think they knew because, when you from a distance, we thought you were really quiet and all sorts of stuff, and we get to practice, and I just don't shut up. And I'm just saying really brutal things about their game, and it's just, they're getting really ticked off. But then,
because you were right.
Yeah, but then the intensity of practice goes up another level, and then we'd all go out to dinner, and then the next morning, we come into the meeting, and I've already been working out for 2 hours. And so then they see that, and then, D. Wade would come up and say, hey, man, I want to join you in your workouts. What time are we going? 5 a.m. And he'd be down there working out. And Brian would say, I want to come too. But Brian would show up, and then Melo would show up. And all slowly but surely, we have our whole USA team in the gym at 5 o'clock in the morning training.
Constructive time,
That was for those other players. But it was fun for all of us because we got a chance to hang around each other and think about the competition, right? So now when we come back to the NBA, fans are getting a better product. Right? Because we've all been working out and pushing each other and getting better off of each other. So now when we step on the court to compete against each other, that means we have to take our games to another level.
That's a great story. That's a great story.
And, that pass wasn't deflected or anything, Kevin. Don't see that often. An unfortunate, unforced turnover.
Williams kicks to Griffin. Pass to Beverly. Misses off the left iron.
You almost have to assume he's going to knock those down when he is that open.
Well, I have to say it's been quite a fun night with you, Kobe, joining our broadcast tonight. Thank you for spending some time with us and our fans. I'm sure they've all enjoyed it.
No, thank you. I've enjoyed it as well, man. It's been an absolute pleasure.
And, Clark, you've been broadcasting for the entire span of Kobe's playing career. How is it to share a booth with someone who you've watched progress throughout their entire career?
Well, it certainly reminds me that I'm moving into that last block on the demographic charts. I'm in the early third quarter, if you will, that's for sure. But it's a treat because it's wonderful to see how he grew as a player and as a man, and much respect for Kobe Bryant because he's a first ballot Hall of Famer doing great things off the court, too.
And the Lakers making a change here. Caldwell Pope's checked in. We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Beverly dishes to Jordan. Over Lopez. And off the front iron, and in it goes. Jordan's got it all tied up now for the Clippers. Ball kicks to Ingram. Dishes to Lopez. Shot to stop the drought, and it's good on the way in. Lopez has got his second basket of the night.
Big 7-footer rumbling into the lane.
Here's Beverly. Softly drops in the floater.
And it's all about the release when you shoot the floater.
Out of bounds, the Clippers take possession. It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Thanks, Brooke. Where is this team right now?
Oh, it's so exciting. You know, it's really thrilling to come out with such a great...
Okay, David, much appreciated. And now time for halftime, so we'll be back in just a...
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Ernie Johnson here with Shaq and Kenny, and a favorite time of the year as we're halfway through one of the first games of this fresh NBA season. A competitive matchup for the Lakers in the first quarter. They did jump out to a lead in the opening period, but 4 points was the biggest it got. They couldn't hold on to the slim lead they had at the start of the second quarter and headed into the locker room with the game all knotted up. And taking a look at the Lakers, Shaq, what'd you think?
Their three-point shooting in the first half was atrocious. Ugh, ugly, awful, nasty. It's not that they're just missing shots. It's like they just keep taking the shots. Hold on, Ernie. Hey, you! Whatever your number is, stop shooting the three. See, Ernie, that's all the coach got to do. Tell them stop shooting the three. Pass, cut, work together, do something.
Kenny, what's your take on the Clippers?
Well, their ball movement was phenomenal. Now, they're in good position to win this game, large in part because of those assists. And this is the thing, Ernie. When you win as a team, you feel better about everything that happens.
That's it for halftime. Glad you could join us, as now we send you back to the action for the start of the third quarter.
The third quarter now beginning. Both sides looking to pull away in the last half of the game. You gotta like what Jordan Clarkson has done. And Clark, when you were growing up, was there one player in pro basketball you tried to emulate or model your game after?
I really didn't pattern my game after any particular player. I tried to piece and parcel from a lot of players. I love the gracefulness of Lou Alcindor, now known as Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, when I first saw him back in the late 60s. At his size and the way he could move and his touch was impressive. And then as I became more of a forward in high school, you looked at guys like Magic Johnson, and I looked at Marcus Johnson out at UCLA. Dr. J was a versatile forward as well. George McGinnis, who ended up becoming a really good friend of mine as I got drafted by the Pacers. Those guys that were big and mobile and had ball skills and shooting skills and rebounded, those were guys that I tried to play like.
Third quarter action getting rolling right now, brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's who's on the floor. So for the Lakers right now, ball runs point with Kentavious Caldwell-Pope to his side. They're the backcourt. The young pair of Ingram and Randall are at the forwards. And it's Lopez in at the pivot spot, manning the middle.
And they are going toe-to-toe here tonight, guys. This thing's like a heavyweight fight.
Yeah, these teams evenly matched, Greg, trading hits and refusing to give up any advantage.
Randall passes to Lopez. And the dunk by Lopez.
The big fella with the big finish. Lopez rocking that rim.
The Clippers trail. Right around a minute and a half played here in the third quarter. Picked by Griffin. Beverly dishes to Griffin. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. And Blake Griffin, a free agent this past summer, ended up staying with the Clippers while others departed.
You know, you thought he might be gone after CP3 left, but Griffin enjoyed the team, and they offered him a huge contract. You felt as though he flew under the radar a bit in free agency, due maybe to his history of injuries.
Harrell, he's checked in for Los Angeles. Lopez a screen. Here's Ingram. Off target from outside. Gallinari wide open. Those three-pointers off the mark. Lakers have gone 2 of 3 from the field to start the second half. There's the feed to Randall. And Griffin sends it back. Now here's Rivers. He hasn't yet put up any points in this one. Nice job coming off that screen.
Their second half has started quite well. They've been good on 3 of their first 4 attempts.
Over to the left wing. A touch over 2.5 minutes of basketball played here in the third quarter. Ball kicks to Lopez. Just 5 on the clock. Los Angeles with another miss. Clippers leading by 3. Down low. Here's Harrell. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up and 2 shots coming up. And the Lakers, Greg, have acquired some intriguing young talent. Do you see this group blossoming into elite status?
I mean, there's still some question marks. Injuries have been an issue. I do see some all-star potential for some of their young fellas. Superstar potential, though, tougher to say. They've got something to build on, though, and that's key.
Zubac is checked in for Los Angeles. Jordan Clarkson comes in for Ball. Reedy's checked in for Los Angeles. Teodosic comes in for Austin Rivers.
The total answer for this team. Clarkson on one tonight.
Teodosic, the pass to Harrell. Here's Teodosic. He's defended by Randall. And that one's good. Teodosic. Teodosic has got the lead back up to 4 now for the Clippers. Beverly against Clarkson.
And how about the 46th pick back in the 14 draft? Jordan Clarkson has certainly exceeded expectations thus far in his career. An athletic combo guard. He's really succeeded playing at both the 1 and 2.
Catching up on the changes for Los Angeles. Nancy's checked in for Randall, and it's Dang in for Ingram. Williams, he's checked in for the Clippers. Harrell setting the pick for Williams. And the rejection by Zubac. Harrell, that's good. Here's Clarkson. He's got 13. From 12 feet out. And the shot falls short this time. And Greg, Jordan Clarkson, he has an offensive game, doesn't he?
He's able to shoot with range, and he can attack off the bounce as well. I think that enables him to kind of play on or off the ball. And I think he has a chance to be a really good two-way player in our league.
The Clippers need to get off a shot. Nobody near Williams. Another miss by Williams.
Well, I think the defense got really lucky there. I mean, you can't afford to give up wide open shots from deep.
And he gets contact and the whistle on the shot. 2 shots coming up. There's the foul against the Clippers. All right, we'll take a look now at how the points have been generated so far. A scoring breakdown for the Clippers.
And I like how they've taken the high percentage shot in the paint. In that first half, we saw them doing it, and they've continued to succeed as the game has worn on.
I've been impressed with how well they penetrated tonight, too.
Gallinari on the wing. Harrell setting the pick for Gallinari. And count it. And a chance for one more at the free throw line.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
And when you make 5 in a row in close like that, it also takes pressure off your perimeter guys, too.
And as good as Gallinari can be on the offensive side, Greg, he's a bit of a one-way player.
Yeah, and Gallinari is best in a situation where you can kind of hide him on defense. You want him out there on the floor due to his genius in terms of the offensive game, but he can't hang with most starting caliber forwards defensively.
Zubac kicks to Caldwell Pope. Passes it to Dang. Lakers working the ball around now. Nance dishes to Clarkson. The Lakers need to get a shot off here. And they turn over the 24-second buzzer, signaling the shot clock violation. 50 seconds left in the third. Lobs it up for Jordan. And DeAndre Jordan throws it down.
And any lob to Jordan is about as sure a thing as you can get. So athletic for a big with tremendous hands, and big fella knows how to get in prime position for those alley-oop feeds.
Boy, that was a rugged screen set there, fellas, and the defense didn't even try to go through that one.
Pass to Teodosic. Jordan the screen. It's stolen by Dang. Pass break. The Lakers. Stolen. Here's Teodosic. He's covered by Clarkson. Teodosic, the pass to Reed. Right side, Williams. Misses there. And that does it for the third quarter. Both teams clicking offensively as we approach the fourth quarter. Clippers ahead, up 5. Live from the Staples Center, you're watching 2K Sports. And now we take a look back to Doc Rivers talking to his team from his huddle.
Let's get the pace back in the game. Let's get stopped. All right, let's move the ball. You don't like it, move it. Let's be aggressive.
And that's the point that Doc Rivers always emphasizes to his team. Don't hold the ball, run the offense.
Yeah, and good things happen when they work together. You know, individually, yeah, they have talent, but collectively, this group can dominate stretches.
And we're set to start the action up here in the fourth quarter. And if it's anything like the first three, we should be in for a treat. And the Clippers, looking at who they've got, the heart of the team at the 4 and the 5. Griffin and Jordan. Teodosic out there with Austin Rivers. And it's Williams at the 3 spot. Caldwell Pope kicks to Zubac. And the pass to Ball. Connects from three-point range. Ball's got the first basket as we get going in the fourth for Los Angeles. Here's Teodosic. They get a hand on it. Stolen by Ball. To tie it up. That one, no good. Nice D from Williams. Here's Teodosic. The baseline J. And it's blocked by Dang. Fourth quarter still young. Just over a minute play. Ball with it. He feeds it to Nance to take the lead. Jordan with the rebound. Jordan's got 6 rebounds here tonight. Teodosic, the pass to Jordan. Here's Rivers. That drops and it comes off an assist from Jordan. And the Clippers lead by 5.
Confident and composed on the three-point shot at a critical juncture.
And some changes here for the Lakers. Lopez, he's checked in for Zubac. Randall comes in for Nance. And it's Brandon Ingram in for Luol Deng. And the Clippers with a change here, too. Beverly's checked in. And on our sideline, our reporter, David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin. Well, Luke Walton was just talking about strategy with his team. He told them flat out, we are turning the ball over too much, guys. We can't keep making the hero ball play. Slow it down, run the offense, and make the safe pass. Back to you, Kevin.
Here's Ingram. And again, the Lakers no good. Clippers leading by 7. Beverly dishes to Williams. And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact, and he'll shoot 2. The former 6th man of the year in 2015, Lou Williams can fill it up in a hurry.
Sweet Lou. I mean, he is a terrific shooter, uses that fadeaway to create some space, and he has really become a master at getting himself to the free throw line. He excels in this role in terms of creating efficient offense off the bench.
Just under 2.5 minutes gone here in the final quarter. But they get it back. And he can't extend the lead to double digits.
Oh, that's terrific defense there. That's how you protect the rim.
And Caldwell Pope gets the basket.
And you see the quickness of KCP bursting to the rim.
For Los Angeles, they've gone 2 for 5 on field goal attempts in the fourth quarter. Lobs it up for Jordan.
I love his shot selection today. He set the bar for the rest of the team.
Lakers trail by 9. Lopez outside. He kicks it to Ball. Takes the 3. He's off on that one.
Just not much success when it comes to shooting.
Beverly the pass to Rivers. Jordan the screen. Rivers kicks to Williams. Shoots over Ingram. Williams can't hit.
Not his best game, but they're still getting it done collectively.
Ball no good.
And so far this quarter, he's been a little off on his game.
Just a touch. I mean, it seems like he's forcing shots a little bit to me, Greg. Not playing his game right now, and with every miss, the pressure intensifies.
Los Angeles making a switch here. Gallinari's checked in. Griffin against Randall. The dish to Beverly. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Had the space there, but it's offline. Ball, the pass to Caldwell Pope. Terrific assist, a nice finish. Solid play all around.
Boy, Ball has a nice feel for when his guys are open. He's solid, really solid when it comes to getting his teammates clean looks.
Shoots from 14. And again, it's the Clippers missing. Lakers trail by 7. There's 1:40 left to play in the final quarter. Caldwell Pope against Rivers. Kicks to Gallinari. Los Angeles with another miss. The Lakers shooting just 30% from the field here in the fourth. Here's Randall, and Griffin sends it back. And he gets the bucket. 1:21 left in the game. Stolen by Ball. Rebound by the Clippers. Gallinari attacking. And it's wide right. It's off the rim.
When he's got that kind of positioning, he's got to score it. Got to score the ball from there. Oh, I love that about Lonzo Ball. When it's a big possession, he demands and commands the ball.
Rivers dishes to Jordan. They set the pick. Feeds it to Griffin. Jordan the screen. And count it. He'll head to the line with a chance to make it 3.
Great job of screening there. Nice job to take it to the rim and get the finish.
Griffin no good on the free throw.
And Blake Griffin is just an incredible athlete, explosive and great balance and mobility, powerful. A big guy who can flat out throw it down, and he also can pass it too.
On the free throw, no good.
You know, you look at Ball's size and speed and confidence, very impressive. An exciting prospect who I think has an all-star future.
Gallinari outside. He dishes it to Griffin. That shot off the mark.
That's what we're talking about in terms of the activity level defensively. You got to protect the rim.
Textbook defense all around. Nice job at contesting the shot without fouling, and that's how you do it. Well done.
Rivers kicks to Jordan. Count it!
And the passer floated it up to the precise spot it needed to be.
And no messing around on the finish. He powers it through.
And that's an alley-oop that'll be loop-to-loop all day long on the highlight reel.
And now let's present our Jordan Player of the Game, DeAndre Jordan.
And he's just been crushing it from the field tonight, Kevin. Whether it's been on open looks or with the guy draped all over him, he just hadn't missed much. With his percentage in the sky-high range, they've had no choice but to make him their #1 option on every trip.
Unflappable, even keel ball. Fantastic with his poise. I mean, this guy has future star, I think, written all over him.
And the Clippers call time here. So it's Los Angeles taking the W in a close one. They break the hearts of every fan in the building with a dramatic late victory.
And Kevin, this is the kind of win you have to take a ton of pride in. I mean, they battled with everything they had and came through when the pressure was at its highest.
It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Thank you, Kevin. Blake, very strong game offensively. What gave you the confidence to take over?
I'm just putting in the work, and my teammates, honestly, believing in me and telling me to be confident at the end of the game. So I owe a lot to them. They came up with big plays. Just everybody working together.
Very good win for you tonight, Blake. Congrats. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, David, thank you. And that'll do it for the first game of the NBA season. For Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.